What if everything you believe about healthy eating is wrong? What if the foods you think are healthy are actually slowing your progress, and the habits you follow every day are silently damaging your body? This might sound shocking, but most nutrition advice today is outdated, misunderstood, or taken completely out of context. And in this video, we are going to break it all down using real science, simple explanations, and practical examples. So by the end of this video, you will never look at food the same way again. The problem is not that people don't care about their health. The problem is misinformation, social media influencers. Even some experts promote simplified advice like eat less fat, avoid carbs, eat clean, or follow this one perfect diet. But the human body is not that simple, and nutrition is not black and white. It is complex, individual, and highly misunderstood. So today, we will break down the biggest myths and replace them with real evidence. Let's start with one of the biggest beliefs. Eating less always leads to weight loss. While this is partially true, it is also dangerously incomplete. When you reduce calories, your body responds not just by losing weight, but by adapting. Your metabolism slows down, your hunger increases, your energy drops. This creates a situation where fat loss becomes harder over time. So the idea is not just to eat less, but to eat smart. You need balance, not starvation. Carbs have been blamed for everything: weight gain, fat storage, even poor health. But carbs are not the enemy. Your body actually needs them. The real problem is the type of carbs. Refined carbs, sugary foods, processed snacks cause rapid spikes in blood sugar. But complex carbs, like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, provide steady energy. So the goal is not to eliminate carbs, but to choose the right ones. For years, people were told to avoid fats, but this created a bigger problem because fat is essential. Your hormones depend on it. Your brain needs it. Your body functions better with it. The issue is not fat itself, but unhealthy fats. Trans fats, processed oils. These are harmful but healthy fats, like nuts. Olive oil, avocados are beneficial. The term "eat clean" sounds simple, but it is vague. What does clean actually mean? For some people, it means avoiding all processed food. For others, it means eating only organic. But this mindset often leads to restriction and stress, which is not healthy. Instead of focusing on clean eating, focus on balanced eating. Keto, intermittent fasting, vegan, paleo. Every year, a new diet trend appears and people jump from one to another. But the truth is, most diets work, not because they are special, but because they create structure. The real key is sustainability. No matter what diet you follow, calories matter. You cannot ignore energy balance, but calories are not everything. Food quality matters too. Protein is the most important nutrient. It keeps you full, supports muscle, boosts metabolism. Vitamins and minerals play a huge role. Deficiencies can slow progress. Your gut controls digestion and impacts fat loss. Lack of consistency, emotional eating, unrealistic expectations. Eat balanced meals. Focus on protein. Stay active. Sleep well. Stay consistent. Now, there is something even deeper you need to understand, because most people focus only on what they eat, but they completely ignore how they eat. And this small difference can completely change your results. Eating fast is one of the biggest hidden problems when you eat too quickly. Your body does not get enough time to signal that it is full, so you end up eating more without even realizing it. Slowing down your eating can naturally reduce calorie intake without any strict dieting. Another important factor is meal timing. While timing is not more important than calories, it still plays a role, especially in energy levels and hunger control. Eating at consistent times helps regulate your body and improves digestion. Now let's talk about cravings, because this is where most people lose control. Cravings are not always about hunger. They are often emotional. Stress, boredom, anxiety can all trigger cravings. And when you do not understand this, you think you lack discipline. But the truth is, you need better awareness. Instead of fighting cravings, try to understand them. Ask yourself, am I really hungry, or just reacting emotionally. This simple awareness can stop unnecessary eating. Another hidden factor is food environment. If unhealthy food is always around you, you will eat it. Not because you are weak, but because your environment makes it easy. Successful people do not rely only on willpower. They design their environment, they keep healthy food visible, and limit access to junk food. This reduces decision fatigue and makes healthy eating automatic. Now let's talk about portion sizes, because even healthy food can lead to weight gain. If portions are too large, nuts, avocados, healthy oils are nutritious but high in calories, so balance is always important. You do not need to avoid these foods, but you need to control quantity. Another important point is consistency over perfection. Many people follow strict diets for a few days and then quit because they cannot maintain perfection, but real results come from consistency. Even if your diet is not perfect, if you stay consistent, you will see progress. Now let's talk about social influence, because the people around you affect your habits. If your friends or family have unhealthy habits, it becomes harder for you to stay on track. This does not mean you need to avoid them, but you need awareness and boundaries. Now another important topic is label reading. Many products market themselves as healthy, low-fat, sugar-free organic, but these labels can be misleading. Some low-fat products contain more sugar. Some sugar-free foods contain artificial ingredients, so instead of trusting labels, always check ingredients. Simpler foods are usually better. Now let's talk about hydration, because this is often ignored. Water plays a huge role in metabolism, digestion, and appetite control. Sometimes you feel hungry, but you are actually thirsty. Drinking enough water can reduce unnecessary eating. Now, another powerful concept is mindful eating. This means being fully present while eating. No phone, no distractions, just awareness. When you eat mindfully, you enjoy food more and eat less. This improves satisfaction and reduces overeating. Now, let's talk about habits again, because habits control everything. You do not rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. If your daily habits support your goals, success becomes automatic. If not, you keep struggling. So focus on small habits, not big changes. Another key factor is sleep. Poor sleep increases hunger hormones and reduces control. It also lowers energy, which reduces activity and slows fat loss. So improving sleep can directly improve results. Now let's talk about stress again, because it is deeply connected. Chronic stress keeps your body in survival mode. This affects hormones and increases fat storage, especially in the abdominal area. So managing stress is not optional, it is necessary. Now, another important idea is flexibility. If your diet is too strict, you will not sustain it, but if it is flexible, you can follow it long term. Allow occasional treats without guilt, because balance always wins. Now let's talk about expectations. Many people expect fast results, but real transformation takes time. Your body needs consistency, not shortcuts, so stop chasing quick fixes and focus on long-term. Now, another mistake is comparing yourself to others. Everyone's body is different. Genetics, lifestyle, metabolism all play a role, so your journey will be different. Focus on your progress, not someone else's. Now, let's talk about awareness. Most people eat unconsciously. They do not track or observe their habits, and that leads to mistakes. Awareness creates control. When you understand your behavior, you can improve it. Now, another important concept is sustainability. Ask yourself, can I follow this diet? For the next year, if the answer is no, it is not the right approach, because temporary plans give temporary results. Now think about your future, not just today. Build habits that last, because long-term success always beats short-term effort. And once you understand all of this, healthy eating becomes simple, not easy, but simple. You stop overthinking and start applying, and that is when real change happens. One more thing you need to understand is consistency over intensity. Most people try to do everything perfectly in the beginning. They eat very strict diets, they train too hard, and they change everything overnight. But this approach never lasts because it is not realistic. Your body and mind both resist extreme change. Instead of going extreme, focus on small improvements. Add one healthy habit at a time and build slowly. This creates long-term stability. Another important point is patience. Fat loss is not instant. It is a gradual process. Your body needs time to adapt to changes in diet and activity. If you rush the process, you will only create frustration and eventually give up. So trust the process, stay consistent with basics, and avoid overcomplicating things because simplicity always wins in fitness and nutrition. The people who succeed are not the ones who do the most. They are the ones who stay consistent the longest. Now you understand, healthy eating is not about rules. It is about understanding and balance. Stop following trends. Start following principles. Your body will respond. Results will come. Follow for real science-based fitness. Thanks for watching.